It is no secret that a lot of people struggle with offense on eFootball. Some of you are in this boat. You've done everything you can to get better at the game, yet to no avail. Normally, Konami go whine you, but no panic. I've got you covered. Hi guys, I'm Gemini FIFA, and today I'm going to be giving you guys the top 5 player skills that is guaranteed to get you more wins in division matches. If this is your first time seeing my video and you find the content helpful or entertaining, do well to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for future videos. Without further ado, let's get right into it. We all know that player skills and how they're being used is one of the most complicated things to master in this game. There are so many player skills in the game, and with Konami even adding more in recent time, it doesn't make it any easier for the average player to adapt. Today, I've come to you with the top 5 player skills that is easy to learn and guaranteed to take your game to the next level. And this is not going to be one of those complicated skills that the pros usually use, like the double touch into stunning shots. And it wouldn't be one of the crazy ones either, like the blitz curlers where you can score all the way from the halfway line. No, these skills will be so basic and so easy to use that you don't even have to put in much practice to master them. I'll be ranking these skills from bottom to top. That being said, let's dive in. At number 5, we have aerial superiority. This is one of the most versatile yet underrated skill in the game. Aerial superiority basically gives your players higher chances of winning air balls. I cannot emphasize enough how important this skill is. Not only will it allow you win aerial duels, it can also be an important catalyst for counter-attacks. You can easily transition from defense into attack by playing a long through ball and winning the header for your striker to be through on goal. It is important to note that tall players with aerial superiority have higher chances of winning air balls over tall players without aerial superiority. Case in point, Hullet. At his base form, Hullet doesn't have aerial superiority, therefore his heading proficiency is about 81, which for a very tall player seems kind of low. But when you give him aerial superiority, automatically his heading proficiency goes all the way to 91. This is a very simple trick that a lot of people don't know about. Taking set piece, you can play a simple lob pass and get easy knockdown for your strikers to score. It's almost a guaranteed goal every time I get the opportunity because for one, my opponent is not expecting me to do something like that. You can even get a little creative with it. You could play lob passes on purpose knowing that your striker has better chances of winning that ball and use it to start a counter attack. And then when you cross, you can either go for a direct shot or get a knockdown. And let's face it, more often than not, your striker is going to be winning those headers. This is something you can do over and over again. I mean, why play passes on the floor when you can easily bypass his entire midfield and transition from defense directly to attack? Most of the time, they would not know how to defend against it or counter it, and it will just make your offense a lot more better. Aerial superiority will also give you higher chances of converting more directly from the corner kick. It makes it so difficult to defend because your striker is going to be winning those headers most of the time. It all depends on them to keep the shot on target. All you have to do is find your player in the box who has aerial superiority, and oftentimes is going to be marked by somebody who doesn't have aerial superiority. Try your best to deliver a very good cross to their head, and it's almost a guaranteed goal every single time. So if you can, you should definitely give your strikers aerial superiority. The next very overpowered yet underrated skill we'll be talking about at number 4 is true passing. With this particular skill, you can easily bypass your opponent's entire defense and put your striker or your winger through on goal. It's also one of my favorite ways to score because the opponent is always not expecting it. Players with the true passing skills are able to deliver long true passes to the back post more accurately as opposed to those without it. In the next couple of clips, you are going to see some insane passes that you would not even expect will go through. These players are able to play long curved passes that basically wait for the striker, and most of the time is going to put the striker in a one-on-one position to score. Here's another one. Ball to Drogba, true pass to Nedved, and Nedved with back post pass to Son. And yet another one. Ball to Son, true pass to Araujo with a long true pass to Nedved, and Nedved will put it away for us. How about one more? Ball to Messi with a long true pass to Jude Bellingham with another long true pass to Son, who would easily put that away. Guys, I cannot emphasize enough how overpowered and how broken the true passing skill is. I would recommend at least 5 to 6 of your offensive players should have true passing. That way you don't have to think too much when you're attacking. So if you haven't already, try to give your players this skill. Moving forward to the next very deadly yet underrated skill in the game. super sub. As much as I love players like Haaland and Hullit, this is the reason I don't start them off in games, because there's a certain superpowers that comes with bringing them on after the halfway mark. The whole idea behind super sub is that all their abilities are heightened. It's kind of like an extra boost and they just want to score. They get into the right position, and especially when you're either losing the game or you're drawing the game and you need a goal, they just always seem to be in the right place to put the ball away. On multiple occasions, I have counted on my super sub to bail me out when I'm either losing a game or I'm drawing a game and I'm in need of a desperate goal. And sometimes it's not even like they do something special. The goal just comes out of nowhere. They just seem to be in the right position to give you that all important goal. When you bring them on after halftime, everything about their stats just becomes heightened. They run better, they pass better, they win air balls better, and when they get the chance in front of goal, they hardly ever miss. The kind of shots they play become nearly impossible for the keeper to save, and it's kind of ridiculous because they basically become supermen on the pitch. Take a look at this goal. Super sub Haaland gets the ball, and with his left foot plays a power shot. The keeper stands absolutely no chance. Now, if I started Haaland off from the first minute, he probably would have not scored that even if he gets the opportunity. But because he's a super sub, it's like almost everything becomes extra heightened. Honestly, it baffles me that a lot of people don't use super sub, because when you do, half of the work is already done. The way they play becomes so much better that they just happen to be in the right place at the right time every single time. This is basically a hack in the game that people have not discovered yet. When you play with super sub, doesn't matter if you're losing, your chances of a comeback increase by over 50% just because of the aura that surrounds them. Alright, moving on to number 2, and probably the skill I use the most, is the one-touch pass. I'm pretty sure almost everybody uses this one, and this one can also be executed by almost anybody on the pitch. But when you have players who have this particular skill, it just makes the passes so much better and so much seamless that it's almost impossible for your opponents to intercept the ball. This particular skill is also effective against players that don't use matchup as much. Players that try to press you to get the ball as soon as they lose it. Playing quick passes between your players makes it very difficult to intercept. It's also a guaranteed way to pull players out of position, and for players that like to run back all the time, you can surprise them with a shot from outside the box. It's also important to mention, when you're going to use the one-touch pass, make sure you're facing the direction which you're going to be playing the pass. That way you don't play a pass that is not very strong and makes it very easy for your opponent to intercept. Adding the pass and move mechanics to the one-touch pass increases its effectiveness, and it's almost impossible for your opponent to track every single run. So do well to give your offensive players one-touch pass. Last but not the least, and the most important skill for an offensive player in my opinion, the outside curler, also known as the trivela. Basically, what this does is that it allows your players to shoot with the outside of their strong foot when the ball is on their weak foot, thereby increasing the accuracy and the chances of scoring the goal. Players without outside curlers tend to play much weaker shots sometimes because the ball is on their weak foot, which will be giving the goalkeeper a much higher chance to catch the ball, or will increase the chances of the ball going wide. Outside curlers make the shot just as good as a regular finesse they would have played with their strong foot. Apart from players who have very good weak foot, I would suggest that every single one of your offensive players have outside curler. That way it would reduce the amount of clear-cut chances you miss just because you use their weak foot, and it would also allow you to score some crazy goals from impossible angles. And it's not just for shooting, even passes too. Sometimes your player might be in a position where they are supposed to make a very good true pass, but because they don't have outside curler, they will make a very poor one. Having midfielders with outside curlers, when they are in position, they will use the outside of their boots to play the pass to make it so accurate that your opponent's defender would not be able to intercept it. So guys, these are the 5 important offensive skills that is guaranteed to give you more wins in division matches: aerial superiority, true passing, super sub, one-touch pass, and outside curler. I told you guys it's not going to be complicated. Basic skills you can give to your players that would allow you to play much better and win way more matches. Alright, that will be it for this video. Guys, if you want to be a part of the community, join the Discord. The link is in the description below. When we get to maximum capacity, I'll be dropping tutorials and tactics. I will also be reviewing formation and squad for those of you that want me to, as well as hosting tournaments so we can get to the next level. If you've enjoyed this video, do well to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notifications for future updates, share the video, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.